for horsemanship?
It's actually people come to me asking for help, and it's one of those things. Little bit by little bit, one thing led to another. People would come and they would need help with their problems, and I would help them, and then I was asked to be part of a therapeutic program.
Okay,
And
yeah, and
so
that's how all of this
that's how it ended up being both pieces of educational and therapeutic.
Okay, cool things where the Lord works.
Yes, it was a surprise instead of a plan.
So they're the best. What do you love most about working with children and horses?
Oh, the miracles. I get to see the little miracles and in a very short window of time. And so that inspires me and motivates me because you make a difference. And it's a profound difference, not just busy work.
Yeah. Oh. How long have you worked with horses?
Well, actually, my parents chose to have horses before children. So I was in the womb when my folks had horses, and my mom rode when she was carrying me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that should be recorded, but that's probably what's wrong with me. So anyway, actually, I'm not known having horses. So I do understand horse psychology and horse management. Yes.
Like, this is just your life.
Yes.
That's so cool. Do you do anything at the ranch during like the winter time? Because you have an indoor ranch. This is where we're at right now, the indoor ranch.
Facility, yes.
So what do you do in the winter time? Just the same?
Same. Now that we have an indoor facility, that we've been blessed with that, now that means that the classes do not end due to weather. Now, at certain weather. Obviously, if you're having hail, lightning, or, it's, 10 below.
Yeah.
But now we can have classes year-round. And now in the summertime, we do more clinics and camps.
Gotcha.
It's just more, that's where it's more seasonal.
So there's, more seasonal. Okay, very nice. Are there any, what are your dreams, future goals
Really?
for C-Bar?
Okay, to be
what are you looking at?
an equestrian center.
Ooh.
A premier equestrian center and a CHA premier equestrian center where we would lead the state in hosting clinics to certify others to be instructors and wranglers.
So just statewide.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. I don't think there's a path. There are path centers in here in Oklahoma, but not a premier center. So there's certain standards of excellence and safety and education pieces that you meet, and I would like to do that. But then,
And you have those.
Yes.
That you could do.
yes.
What are the benefits of using horses with helping people that have special needs that you think?
Physical, on the physical aspect, it is the movement of the horse is similar to our movement, and so like a child with CP, they don't know what the walk is supposed to feel like, so that when you put the horse under them and they feel it, then they can sometimes duplicate that.
Okay.
So it's like a physical therapy. The horse is the facilitator. The emotional aspect and the mental aspect, many times it can be a motivator. Even if they're not in love with horses, somehow the environment out here and the environment with the horses becomes a motivator for them to say their first word or find motor skills so that they can be able to hold a pencil and the pre-writing, the pre-scribbling.
So
we can
things that
do
are
that
going to help them
in school
the rest
and home.
of their lives.
Yes. So yeah.
So you see lifelong benefits.
Lifelong, and that's really the main purpose of it. It's not putting a person on a horse.
Yeah.
It's more equipping them with communication skills, verbal and nonverbal, and relationships, and problem solving and thinking.
Yeah. So how cool is that? This is just my question.
Yes.
How cool is that when you see a kid connect with the horse and they're kind of shy at first, but then when you just see that, is that miracle?
That is that miracle I'm talking about. Because when you have a child that says, or you can just read their body language, that, they're afraid of that horse.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to go against their conscience, because you want them to follow that conscience the rest of their life.
Yeah.
And to obey that, safety valve.
Yeah.
But when you equip them to have the horse go away and come back and go away, we call it the yo-yo game. We play a game with them. And when they learn that they have control, that they can get that horse to stop over there, and then they can have the horse come and stay right there, then it's neat to see them, after they have those tools in their pocket, that they are
confident.
They're confident, and they're like, they've determined then, okay, this horse has manners. I'm ready to ride.
Yeah.
And then with their sidewalkers and horse leaders, of course, but nonetheless, you get to see them learn how to set healthy boundaries, how to say yes, how to say no, and then have the discernment to know the two. And that is probably the biggest gift that I would love them to practice.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so cool. Who helps you out around the ranch? Around the two, I guess.
The number one help is Larissa Bass. She's you guys see her with me all the time.
Yeah.
She's an assistant instructor. She's also certified with PATH and CHA, and she actually used to work for St. Jude's.
Oh, really? Is that
in
where you got the
Choctaw.
horses?
And that's where we met. And so, and then when I was at, the other university. Anyway, yeah, she worked there as well. And so we've known each other for about 8 years.
Yeah.
And we work good together because we both use natural horsemanship method, and we both have a high level of trust and respect as a foundation of our program.
Yeah.
And so we are very good stewards with our gifts, talents, and donations.
And I mean, you can just see, like, working with you guys, like, the love that you have for people and horses. Obviously, you wouldn't do this.
And then we have we're up to now 70, mostly all of them are OBU volunteers.
Did you ever
trained.
see that happening?
Not that many.
Really?
That is huge.
So it's just like this amazing.
It is amazing. And most of them, I've done a recruitment things to recruit a good portion, but the majority have been coming in word of mouth.
Really?
And saying, hey, how can we volunteer?
So
how can we
like,
help? Like you even.
Yeah, just
Yes.
like, just nothing that you probably saw coming.
No.
Right?
So it's those God miracles. And then it's confirmation that, because sometimes at my age, sometimes you think, okay, just go get a regular job. And,
it's the Lord telling you, like, Charla, this is what
I'm
I have
sending
for
this.
you.
Yeah, like this place. Look at this place. God sent this. I mean, I can't produce this. This is a miracle. The peace and serenity, and we're 4 minutes from OBU and school bus friendly.
Yeah.
And it's a safe, quiet environment.
And somewhere where people are going to, like, be able to open up, where kids are going to be able to, you're going to be able to witness their first steps and their first words.
Yes. And out here, the other goal we have is to have some sensory trails out there for those that
have sensory issues.
Yes. And we already have, there's already out there is deer and wild turkey.
So it's just like this whole environment for them to witness not only horses, but different wildlife, different ways to experience nature in the world in general, the ways that they probably never would get to, And so, that's incredible.
Yeah, I know. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Last question.
Yes.
Do you have different activities depending on the seasons?
Yes. One is for a program to be safe, and it also, after you have that foundation of the facility and the horses trained and the volunteers trained, for a program to maintain that safety, if horses or people, the volunteers, get bored, then you kind of get dull and you don't pay attention. So I try to have the activities to where the people and the horses and the volunteers, they cannot always anticipate what I'm going to do. So I want their lesson plans to be like what's on their IEPs and what their goals are, but at the same time seasonal and non-totally. I need to have structure for them so they can have some constants in their life. But I need to have just enough,
mix it up a little bit.
Spontaneity to keep their curiosity. So they don't get bored. I don't want volunteers to like, oh, here we go. So I want to keep it surprise and fun. So seasonal activities, like right now it's autumn, and all the different colors and smells.
So it's just fun to be outside.
And I have children that are tactile defensive and they don't want things touching their head. Well, for instance, if they don't have a helmet touching their head, then they cannot, it's a contraindication to riding at this point. But it's amazing how during this season, when it's, people are dressing up for Halloween, and we're doing Dr. Seuss is our theme this month, Cat in the Hat. And so we bring all these hats, and in one 30-minute session, the little girl went from you couldn't touch her head to she put on a little bug hat, and we were like, astounded.
Gosh, this happened.
And then she led her horse around because she wasn't ready to trade her bug hat for a helmet yet. So we just kept doing the activity. And I'm like, okay, when you're ready, you just point at the saddle, because she's mostly nonverbal at this point and a little timid. And so she just did her activity unmounted while the other child did it mounted. And we just did the activity, no pressure, just activity. And then I said, okay, when your feet get tired, just let us know and you'll trade your helmet for your... And 5 minutes before the 30-minute lesson was over, she stopped her feet, took off her hat. I'm trying not to cry.
Just want to explode.
And her mom was her sidewalker, and she put the helmet on. and wanted to ride. And her little mom just was it's goosebumps.
So just the miracles you see.
It's the miracle, and that is, it's not about her getting on the horse. It's helping her overcome being tactile defensive to something touching her head, because when she rides her bicycle, she needs to have a helmet. Yeah. Sometimes you go swimming, you need a little hat on. I mean, there's just the sun is out. I mean, there's different reasons to have safety on your head to protect baseball, softball.
Yeah.
So we helped her.
You helped her. Oh.
So that was it.
That's incredible.
Yes, that is.
Good. Oh. It warms my heart.
I know, it's awesome.
Well, that is it for our questions.
Thank you.
Once again, this is Charla Bundy with C-Bar Horsemanship, and obviously you can see the miracles that happen around here. So that's it.
Thank you. The end.
Scene.